In this life, we gotta go through some things. We gotta go through some trials. We gotta go through some pain. We gotta go through some storms. We gotta go through some rain. This world can drive you insane, but I thank God for everything. I thank God for my life and the sins He's forgiven. Could never ever forget when I was pregnant in prison, when I was down on my luck for making terrible decisions. He had it all worked out. He had a beautiful vision. I thank God every day. Good morning, beautiful people. Roy the Rap here coming to you with the word of the day. I want to speak on verses related to truth, because at the end of the day, there's nothing like knowing truth and walking in your truth. And with that being said, I want to start off by saying this: Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, according to John 14:6. And I'm going to say this again: Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and there's no other truer statement than that, okay? And with that being said, the word of the day, John 8:32. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. This verse highlights Jesus speaking to those who believe in Him, emphasizing that abiding in His word is a prerequisite for truly knowing the truth that brings freedom from sin and spiritual bondage, okay? And this is also a promise, okay? This verse contains a promise of freedom that comes from a profound knowledge of the truth, okay? Knowing truth, having truth, and walking in your truth leads to ultimate freedom. And at the end of the day, there's nothing like being free, okay? Free from bondage, free from sin, and just ultimately just free, okay? This freedom is not automatic. It comes to those who continue in Jesus' word, meaning they are true disciples who live by His teachings, okay? Knowing this truth will lead to freedom from sin and a new way of life. This freedom is not just intellectual, but a result of a committed relationship with Christ, where His truth transforms your character and daily life, okay? Jesus, once again, Jesus is the way. And when you find Jesus, when you walk with Christ, you will learn the truth, okay? And you will learn that that truth will set you free, okay? And when you find your truth, you know your truth, stand on it, okay? Live by it, walk in it, okay? It's nothing like being free. It's nothing like knowing your truth. And it's nothing like having a relationship with God, having a relationship with Jesus, walking with Jesus, okay? And I just want to keep it real short and simple, okay? Short, sweet, and simple. The truth will set you free, okay? So anybody out there walking with Jesus, walking with Christ, continue doing that. Continue to stay the course and walk in your truth, spread your light, okay? I want you guys to take this stand on it. I love you. God loves you more. Roy the Rap, and I'm out.
I run into many times, ladies, gentlemen, is that we live in denial, and we think talking about these things means that my relatives think that I'm about to die. Well, we're all about to die, and we need to begin to face that, so that we don't leave relatives and heirs in predicaments that they are frustrated with, sometimes for the rest of their lives. Dying intestate, which means that there is no will. And all of this is a part of preparing for the inevitable before it occurs. Well, I'm married, and if I die, my husband will get what I have. Not the state of South Carolina. You would need to have a will so that your possessions would be distributed as you desire for them to be done. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because sometimes people come in and they say, particularly at need, and if you've worked in this industry, you can attest to this. Well, we are going to pay for it by insurance. And then a review of the policy says that the beneficiary predeceased the insured. Now, in some instances, those resources have to be probated by the probate court. Now, how
For
are we going
months.
for months, sometimes for years? And there are estate expenses and fees that must be paid. I cannot emphasize the importance of let's talk about this now while we can.
Mhm.
I often tease my friends, if you die, what funeral home would you call? And the answer to that is none, because if you are the one that's passed away, you don't get to make that call. So you
Right.
need to relay to those who might survive you what funeral home, what particulars you want. I don't want to go into a church. I don't want a ceremony. I only want to be cremated. You need to convey those things while you
Mhm.
have the ability to avail it. There will be a time when we will be present but cannot hold a conversation. I mean, we look you right in the face, but can't hear a word that you might want to say. So we need to have these conversations as we are having them now. It would take us all week and all month to go through every single detail about prearranging, but you want to prearrange because number one, it eliminates the stress, gives you, the planner, the peace of mind that things will be handled as you desire for them to be handled. It also helps to maintain a budget that you've already predetermined so that things are not overspent or underspent. That is important. And it also leaves your family with the peace of mind. Well, this is what she wanted us to do. That's
Mhm.
important rather than, I sure hope Mama appreciates what we're trying to do. The time to find out is while we are of a sound mind. And having this conversation does not speed up death.
Talking about it will helps bring comfort
Yes,
and peace in a way too. So because no one does want to have that burden or the stress during the time, because our emotions, like you said, our people are a wreck. They're going through
that's
loss and
that's
grief.
right.
So
That's right. Very,
I can
very true.
attest to my grandmother was with me for the last 8 years of her life, and
Wow.
she had dementia.
Okay.
So years before, her and her husband had already bought their plots. So it was
Ah,
already arranged that she would be laid to rest next to her husband.
okay.
But when it got time for her to go to the funeral, to the nursing home, when she went
Hmm.
into memory care, at
Wow.
that time we made all her arrangements, and then the rest of the assets, of course, went to the nursing
Right.
home for her care.
Okay.
So, and people do need to know that, there may be money and funds and things, but if long-term care is needed, then that, it's required that it goes there, to
Yes.
ensure, what can be paid for.
And as
Hmm.
you know, Jerry, getting access to funds after a person dies can be troubling sometimes because, well, she was the only one on that account. But the teller knows me. Yeah, well, the teller isn't allowed to let you into somebody else's account, even if it's your sister or your relative. And it's important that we not only talk to the funeral home, but talk with a trusted probate or estate attorney who can give you some guidance whether or not you want to do what's called a POD on the account. POD means pay on death to whomever you
Mm-hmm.
designate at the bank. That prevents an account from having to go through probate court uh, because we don't recognize sometimes the power of small words. There is 2 and 3 letter words that can really create a problem in making funeral arrangements if you're trying to use money from a deceased person's account. Well, it was a joint account. My husband and I were on the account together. And my question always is, does the signature card say Jill AND,
And
or
I,
does it say Jill OR? If it says AND, then the bank is going to require that both those signatures be on anything that withdraws funds. And you want to be careful what you withdraw from an account after a person dies because you'll have to give an account of their assets once they have died, whether or not they have a will. So those are things that you really want to talk to an attorney about. And I have to confess, I am not an attorney. I am an experienced funeral director. I've seen the horrors, the nightmares. Then I've seen people who were just well organized and things ran smoothly like a well-oiled machine. But it was because they put time in things ahead of time rather than being frustrated and confused and angry and in denial and sad and why is this happening? It can be frustrating, particularly when all of our emotions get to pouring in at the same time. My sister feels one way, my brother feels another way, I feel a different way, and trying to get all of that to congeal can be interesting sometimes. But it's what we do, it's what we're trained to do, it's what we take delight in handling.
That's such great advice, and thank you for
Yes,
sharing that with us. And folks,
absolutely.
it's never the right or wrong time. It's just time to do it now, get it done, and you'll feel so much better that you have all your affairs in order, and then you can, and enjoy. We're only here one time,
Yes,
so we have to enjoy our loved ones and be open and transparent about our wishes and what we want,
yes,
and that
yes.
helps them. That helps them after we're gone.
That's correct. And there's one thing I would really like to say because I run into it often. Well, Mama said she had all of her affairs in order.
Mm.
Okay. Well, do you know where the paperwork is? No, she never told us where the paperwork was. Guys, you have to let someone know where the documentation is. If you make an arrangement with me, you need to carry some of the copies that we give you back home or to a trusted friend who will know where these things are if the inevitable occurs. We don't know that you put it in a shoebox in the guest room's closet on the floor on the left side of the closet. We have no clue. And we're trying to plan this funeral and we don't have time to tear the house apart trying to find those things. And when we try to find that, we ran into a bunch of other things that, God, I hadn't seen that for years. And before you know it, we're consumed. Whatever you do, be sure you leave documentation with somebody you trust that will make sure that what you planned gets carried out. Well, we'll just call the funeral home. Uh, did she call your funeral home or another funeral? When you find the documentation, it will have the specific funeral home there. It, I can't emphasize enough the fact that once we transition, we can inform people of where things are and what we want to have happen. We've got to write it down and pass it on to someone we trust who can help my family get through this when they're facing what they're facing. And God forbid you have small children or children that have not yet reached maturity and they are left to have to depend on an aunt, an uncle, or someone else. Got to have these conversations, ladies and gentlemen. And I know it can be painful sometimes in thought, but it is necessary. We are here not only to serve those who call on us for a funeral service, but as we're having this conversation, more than delighted to have conversation with anyone, whether they choose our funeral home or not. Our job here at AA Dick's Funeral Home is to represent the funeral service industry. And however we need to do that so that the proper positive light is cast upon my profession, I want to do that. My job is to make what I do look so easy that anybody thinks they can do it because it looks that easy until they get to studying and reading and interacting and find out that no, we got to call Mr. Dix, let him do it.
And just like you mentioned being inspired as a child, by the folks that handled your grandmother's funeral. What advice do you have for someone now? You did a number of schooling and a
Yes,
lot of training
yes,
and to be in this business, in addition to having a business degree as well, because it is a business. So
it
people
is.
do need to
Yes,
understand that
right.
side of it. What advice do you have for someone that may be wanting to pursue this as a career and as something that they may want to do in the future?
I would start with a conversation with the person who impressed you, whomever it is that you, oh, wow, I like what they did. How do you do that? Uh, all knowledge, I think, begins with curiosity. And I was curious, here's my grandmother's brother here in the house where he died, and here these guys are, they've come in, what are they doing? And as I watched them, and then when they showed up at the funeral, I was able to ask them some things. But you're absolutely right. It takes time, education, and when you're dedicated to something, when you want to be the best, you never stop studying. So it's not a part-time thing that you want to do if you want to really be who you need to be in funeral service. Again, 55 years of this, and I'm not tired. It's what I enjoy doing, but it involves a lot of reading and getting updated, trying to help dispel myths. That myth that I mentioned to you earlier about, well, something happens to my spouse, it automatically comes to me. No, doesn't quite work like that. Trying to educate people, because I believe that an informed consumer makes a better decision.
They do. We all do. And no
Yeah.
matter what it is.
Yes, yes. But if you're interested, if you want to call me and question me about how I got started, what my pitfalls have been, what some of my less than best days were about, be glad to have those conversations. I don't want to make anybody think that it's all peaches and cream and all you got to do is find a building, open it, and the magic happens. No, there are rules,
Right.
regulations, stipulations, training that you need to go through. You're talking about handling someone's loved one, someone they've
Mhm.
hugged, kissed, someone they've grown up with, someone they went to school with. This is a person and a person's life and needs to be handled like that.
Yes, and your well-qualified staff is there to, with respect, dignity, and compassion and care, and
Yes,
that your passion for this shines through the
yes,
camera today, and you're sharing us, your story and just your love of the community and for people
yeah.
to help them through
One
that.
one of our statements is that we cannot afford mistakes in funeral service,
Mhm.
but we do have the only insurance against mistakes: a competent, well-trained staff which serves with loyalty and dedication. That's important. We all make mistakes, but we've got to have trained staff. You're looking at me, but my operation is bigger than me. Uh,
Mhm.
when you do what you are supposed to do and called to do, it's always going to be bigger than you. So if you're thinking about getting into funeral service, remember you're getting into something that's bigger than you. You've got to be surrounded by people who have similar passions that you have, similar goals and ideas. Write down your goals. Talk to yourself. Why do I want to be in this particular profession? Why not some other profession? Be careful how you get into things because somebody said, oh, I think you would do well in that. Let's find out what the ins and outs are because we are a highly regulated industry, highly regulated. So you want to know what you're getting into before you get into it. I'm in it because I love people and whatever I need to do to be bona fide, qualified, certified, and licensed, let me do that so that I can get to do what I really like to do. Spending time with people. Many young people will ask me, well, what does it feel like hanging around the dead? The majority of my time in any given day is spent with someone who we're having a conversation with to give them some guidance and enlightenment. we spend our time with people like you. Each of you that are listening right now, we spend time with people like you.
And we thank you for spending time with us on the show today, Pastor Dix. Thank you so much.
Thank
For
you.
and we're
Thank
gonna
you.
have to have you back on again to
Do
have
that.
another conversation,
Yes.
because it's
Yes.
important for our community and for folks to know what they
Sure.
need to do.
Who knows what we will face in life? Only God does. You are now in the ministry of comfort. I hear David seeking to comfort us in Psalm 23. He says, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. He prepares a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. He anoints my head with oil. My cup runs over." He says to me and to you that goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, the good days, the bad days, the painful days, the indifferent days, but all our days. And we shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I'm Anthony A. Dix. I'm the funeral director at A.A. Dix Funeral Home, 6400 North Main Street, Columbia, South Carolina, 29203. Call us by dialing 803-254-4673. I'm Anthony A. Dix. I'm your funeral director. That website is aadixfuneralhome.com, or you can give us a call at 803-254-4673. I'm Anthony A. Dix, and I'm your funeral director.
Royal, hey, touch not my anointing. I got a message for y'all out there. Listen, y'all better learn how to let go and let God fight your battles out there. Let go. You can't do it alone. Let go of that hurt. Let God go to work. You are not alone. Listen, I'm at peace with my past. I'm in love with my present. And I know that my future is filled with all kinds of blessings. I learned all kinds of lessons, committed crimes and transgressions. But no matter what happened, I stayed strapped with the weapons. The armor of God, all I need without questions. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I ain't fretting, my life I ain't betting. I'm more than confident, no sweating. More than a conqueror, best believe I'm going to the heavens. I'm number one like 11. Got good luck like I'm 7. Taking over, it's my time. Royal straight Armageddon. I'm leaving lasting impression. Like Usher, this my confession. The ball is in my court. It's my turn, my possession. Welcome to my succession. Winning is my obsession. I got heart like a Kevin. I'm only winning, no fellas. I'm playing chess and I'm checking. Living life with no stresses. Letting God fight my battles. Letting go of the pressure. Amen. This life that we living, this life can get hard. That's why you gotta learn to let go and let God. Don't try to fight alone. It'll leave you scarred. That's why you gotta learn to let go and let God. 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 My past it ain't pretty, but my future is gorgeous. My present is beautiful and my blessings enormous. I give God all the praise for his amazing performance. How he saved me from all the things that wasn't for me. Shot some major bullets, fought in the ring like George Foreman, fighting off my enemies until they like dormant. I'm a child of God, and Jesus, he's my informant. Behind me, I know he's gonna make it rain till it's dormant. That's why I learned to let go, and I learned to let God. Let God fight my battles. He give me strength when I'm tired. For the people wishing bad, access denied. Return the sinner, I'm chosen, so please don't even try. Let go and let God. Let go and let God. Let go of your pride and let go and let God. I said let go and let God. Let go and let God. Let go of your pride and let go and let God. Listen, let go of that trauma. Let go of that pain. Let go of all them folks that spoke down on your name. Let go of that shame. Let go of that hurt. Let go of all your troubles and let God go to work. Let go of that trouble. Let go of that worry. Let go of anything that don't bring out the glory. Let go of that stressing. Cause God, he be testing. Let go of anything that don't add to your blessing. Let go. This life is living. This life can get hard. That's why you gotta learn to let go and let God. Amen. Try to fight alone. Listen, it'll leave you scarred. That's why you gotta learn to let go and let God. 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 Let go.
Tired of old school cable internet slowing you down? Let Tech Savvy Sales and Marketing Group help you make the switch. We are a leading provider of internet, home automation, security, and TV services, offering high-speed solutions tailored to your needs. Thanks to partnerships with top providers like AT&T Fiber, Vivint, Kinetic Windstream, Brightspeed Fiber, and DirecTV, we can connect you with amazing deals. For example, switching from Spectrum Cable to AT&T Fiber can boost your upload speeds by up to 25 times, providing plenty of bandwidth for smart home devices, streaming, gaming, and work. No more lag or slowing down. Our highly trained professionals offer free personal consultations, and unlike other providers, we go above and beyond with direct communication and doorstep visits to find the best solution, tailored to your exact needs. Call us today to schedule your free consultation or visit our website for more information on our services.
In this life, we gotta go through some things. We gotta go through some trials. We gotta go through some pain. We gotta go through some storms. We gotta go through some rain. This world can drive you insane, but I thank God for everything. I thank God for my life. And the sins he's forgiven, could never ever forget. When I was pregnant in prison, when I was down on my luck for making terrible decisions, he had it all worked out. He had a beautiful vision. I thank God every day for this life that I'm living. Being able to make a way to provide for my children. I won't stop till I run up 1 million. And when I run up 1 million, then I'ma run up 1 billion. Don't believe me, just watch. You witnessing the top notch. And I'm gon' shine cause it's my time, like the hands on the clock. As long as God is my rock, number one is my spot. I reinvented myself. Used to be cold, now I'm hot. About my past I forgot, but I could never forget. Cause I don't live there anymore like an evicted tenant. So when you speak on my name, put me up there with the greatest. Cause I ain't gon' stop no matter what. Nothing but love for my haters. In this life, we gotta go through some things. We gotta go through some trials. We gotta go through some pain. We gotta go through some storms. We gotta go through some